Good morning students, Sairam. Let's continue with chapter number 5, Understanding Elementary Shapes. In today's session, we are going to learn about the perpendicular lines and perpendicular bisectors. And also we are going to solve the problems of exercise 5.5 which are based on these two topics. So let's see what are perpendicular lines. Children, when two lines or line segments intersect each other and an angle of 90 degree, that means a right angle is formed between them, then the lines are said to be perpendicular. For example, here we have two lines AB and CD which are intersecting each other at D in such a way that a 90 degree angle is formed between them, a right angle is formed between them. So we can call these two lines as perpendicular to each other. We can say that AB is perpendicular to CD, or we can also say that CD is perpendicular to AB. Now let's see what is a perpendicular bisector. Children, let's consider a line segment PQ and S as the midpoint of PQ. So PS is equal to SQ, isn't it? Because S is the midpoint. Now let's consider a line RS which is passing through midpoint S and which is perpendicular to PQ. So this line RS is dividing the line segment PQ into two equal parts because it is passing through the midpoint. So we can say RS as the perpendicular bisector of PQ because it is perpendicular to PQ, at the same time it is dividing PQ into two equal parts. So we can call RS as the perpendicular bisector of PQ. Now let's move on and solve the problems of exercise 5.5. Question number 1. Which of the following are models for perpendicular lines? A. The adjacent edges of a tabletop. Yes, the adjacent edges of a tabletop are perpendicular to each other. B. The lines of a railway track. No, the lines of railway track are parallel to each other. C. The line segments forming letter L. Yes, the line segment forming letter L are perpendicular to each other. D. The letter V. No, because these lines, two lines or line segments which are forming V are intersecting. So, no. Question number 2. Let PQ be the perpendicular to the line segment XY. That means PQ is perpendicular to this line segment XY. Let PQ and XY intersect in the point A. So these two lines or line segments are intersecting at A. What is the measure of the angle PAY? So we have to see and decide what will be the measure of angle PAY. Now children, since PQ is perpendicular to XY, the measure of this angle will be 90 degree angle. So the measure of the angle PAY will be 90 degree. Question number 3. There are two set squares in your box. What are the measure of angles that are formed at their corners? Do they have any angle measure that is common? Now children, you can find two set squares in your compass box. They have different angles of different measures in them. So the measure of angles in one set square, which is bigger one, are 30, 60, 30 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. And the smaller one, the set square which is smaller one, has a measure of angles 45 degree, 45 degree and 90 degree. And which one is common among them? 90 degree angle is common among these two set squares. So the angle of measure 90 degree is common. Question number 4. Study the diagram the line L is perpendicular to line M, is CE is equal to EG. Now children, we have two lines L and M which are perpendicular to each other, and line L is divided into 8 equal parts. We have to decide, is CE equal to EG. Now we can see that the line M is passing through E, and we can see that CE has 2 units, and similarly EG is divided into 2 equal units. So we can say that CE is equal to EG because they have 2 units each. So CE is equal to EG. Now since CE is equal to EG, we can also say that E is the midpoint of CG. Now the next question is, does PE bisect CG? Let us look at the figure once again. So we can see that PE is passing through E, and E is the midpoint of CG. That means CE is equal to EG. So, and also it is perpendicular to CG. So we can say that PE is perpendicular bisector of CG. So that answer only we have written here. L is perpendicular to M and CE is equal to EG. Both are of 2 units, and PE is perpendicular and at the same time it bisects CG because it is passing through E. So yes, PE bisects CG. Now we have question C. Identify any 2 line segments for which PE is the perpendicular bisector. So let's look at the figure once again. We have to identify 2 line segments for which PE is the perpendicular bisector. So we have BH, isn't it? We have BH which is divided into 2 equal parts by PE. So BH is one line segment, and DF is another line segment which is divided into 2 equal parts by PE. So BH and DF are the line segments for which PE is the perpendicular bisector. Now next question, are this true? AC is greater than FG. So children, you can see AC is made of 2 units whereas FG consists of 1 unit. So AC is greater than FG. So it is true. Next one, CD is equal to GH. We have CD here, which is CD. Here we have CD, and GH. We have GH. GH is also made up of 1 unit and CD is also made of 1 unit. So yes, they are equal to each other. Yes, it is true. Then third one, BC is greater than EG. BC consists of 1 unit and EG consists of 2 units. So EG is greater than BC. That is also true. Children, with this question we come to the end of exercise 5.5. So we end the session here. We will learn the next topic and solve more problems in our coming session. Thank you.